thinking I'd miss you.
Well, he just dropped the shop and he just like fell in.
That's good.
All right, we're live.
We're live.
We already got 2 thumbs up.
Welcome to the
That was quick.
Yeah. We should square dance. I don't know how you do
Nah.
that.
Okay, my hand.
Dance?
I'll put this down. Okay.
So tonight, as you can see, we've got Uncle Crystal, Uncle Crystal, right?
Yeah.
And Buffalo Campbell and John Wilburn, Super Rod John Wilburn.
Warning.
Has come from Virginia to pick up a transmission cord.
Which we did.
Yes.
Warning.
How do we? We're all wearing black shirts.
Oh yeah.
We look like
I'll fix
We're
that
a
problem.
team.
All right.
They're the new
Okay.
shirts.
Are we just gonna stand here for the whole?
Well,
I'm about to leave.
situate yourself.
I'm gonna leave in a minute.
You're gonna leave?
Well, I'm going.
Who's leaving?
I feel like I'm
Buff, did you say something to insult her?
This is my smell.
Oh, you can sit on my side. All right. Okay. Somebody's.
Give me a chance.
We're ignoring our
And
people over here.
people
Who's
wanna
there?
talk to
This is good. I can see barely see the.
Oh,
Here.
I'm gonna sit.
you. It says, "Welcome back,
Okay.
all the Bickerts."
Look out, dog.
AUTG from the freaking icy cold New Hampshire. Yeah, I was in flip flops and a tank top yesterday here.
Oh, it was gorgeous
It was
yesterday.
awesome.
Yeah.
Get out.
We've had beautiful weather
Get
here.
out.
Baby.
Let's
You
see.
don't
Have
have
John
to go.
explain the 6-pack.
Not a dog in my lap.
Say
It
what?
says have John 6-pack.
The 6-pack of what?
I don't know.
I didn't do my text.
The 6-pack? Well, you start at one end, and by the time you get to the other, you can't drive.
That kind of 6-pack?
They didn't specify.
Jeez.
Uncle Tony's
Look how
Garage.
tired I look.
You can zoom the chat by holding control and hitting plus.
I can do who?
Like, I guess, put the chat bigger.
I need glasses. Who's got glasses?
It's
You
right
won't
up
be able to
there
see
on
through
the-
mine. Mine are like old damn glasses.
There's glasses right there on the
Why
camera.
am I getting?
I can't reach them through.
Through both.
My shirt.
Okay, well, those are Uncle Kathy's glasses.
Oh.
That's all right. I can wear these.
I'm sure they look perfectly fine.
Oh, I don't care what they look like.
What's up, Zero?
Oh,
Can you read it?
yeah.
Nice.
No,
No?
kind of. No, I can't read with these. All right, I give up. I'm not going to read anything.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
I'll find you the last one.
You need to.
Um,
I could put the video on and then you can read from there.
Is it possible to get 600 pounds out of a 3,400 pound car, but it still needs to be a complete car without removing AC and cruise and things like that, but it must have a complete interior?
Okay.
No, you could build the chassis out of balsa wood. I mean, that would save you a few hundred pounds right there.
How do
Sure.
we arrive at 600 pounds? Exactly.
Mark S says, please mute the dog.
No.
Well, most people like the dogs as long as they don't go too crazy.
All caps, folks. I finally got on greetings
thank you.
from Regina, Canada.
Where'd you find these?
Where did I find them?
Yeah.
Do none of the
Right
Ford
there.
transmissions have?
Oh, these are
vacuum
new?
lines? No, they do not.
Oh, you reached into my reading glasses reserve.
I did.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Well, you needed them.
I have a reading glass reserve. What I do is I go to Dollar Tree and I buy like 20 pairs of these at a time. And I have probably, I don't know, like 75 or 100 pairs in there. But those are for like after the collapse when, stuff like this goes to like $100 a pair. And like, so I've got my strategic reading glass reserve and she just tapped into them. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like I'm taking somebody's
Can you
seat
see?
here.
No.
Oh, yeah, I can see.
Kelly, don't you want to see? I feel like I'm.
There you go.
No, sit
I
Bob.
feel like I'm sitting in somebody's seat.
You're
Too many people not sitting.
I'm about to leave.
Don't bark at me.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be here.
Jake Brown wants to know how much weight you took out of Bottle Rocket.
Approximately 750 pounds. Approximately. Because we didn't get a starting weight on it. Maggie. We didn't get a starting weight on it. We only know what the thing weighs right now, which is what? You weighed it 3,067 pounds. 3,067
I don't
pounds.
remember now about that. I might have a picture of that. I
Tony.
don't know.
How much horsepower would it take to pull a 400-pound woman off a toilet seat asking for a friend? Thanks.
Just about 12. All it takes is about 12 horsepower to do that.
With a lot of gear.
Yeah, I'm assuming an average gear reduction.
Right. What, do you disagree? Do you think it takes more?
I
Call a tow truck.
With the right gearing, with the right gearing, I mean, if she's just moderately fat, 5 horsepower will get her
Well,
off the
this
toilet.
says 400 pounds, so unless she's 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
You know.
Mom Lewis sent you $5. Says happy holidays.
Juan, thank you, and happy holidays to you. Uncle Crystal, come here.
yes.
Sing Juan a happy holiday song.
Happy holiday. Happy holiday. There you go.
That's it?
That's it,
Benjamin
that's
C
all.
has a terrible idea.
Word.
He
Yeah.
says you've got John Buff and Uncle Crystal. Now we need on the phone and it's a party.
That might be overload.
Yeah,
That could be
That
the,
blows
that could
the
be the
breaker.
step too far.
that flips the
I have
breaker.
not heard from Barron today. Oh, he's probably 2 hours early against the first.
He's on his way to Georgia for recount.
They're gonna recount all.
He's
his.
gonna single-handedly recount every freaking ballot.
They're just gonna recount his. That'll take an afternoon. How much does Plan Z Dart weigh?
It was 2,117 pounds. We're taking approximately 75 pounds out of it. So finished weight on that should be right about 2,030 pounds.
How much more is it gonna gain with the new transmission?
Weight-wise?
Do you think it'll weigh more?
No, near as I can tell, it's almost exactly identical. Because remember, the A903 that's in there is a lightweight transmission, but we don't have the clutch pedal, the Z-bar, any of that external stuff, and the shifter, which is kind of heavy. All right, wait, look, we got to move this table. Yeah, we move that table back. We get John in here, right? And if anybody else needs Uncle Crystal to sing a song of any sort, she's ready.
You ready?
No, I'm not.
You know, of course, super chat helps a little bit. Just saying, right?
Trudell asked when I'm making a video. The video you missed was us getting the core for this transmission for Plan Z. We walk up to a pile of leaves and he reaches into the pile of leaves and pulls out a transmission and knew exactly where in the pile of leaves the transmission was.
Oh, too many leaves right now.
Yeah, a man needs to know.
Somehow I got leaves under my windshield wiper driving down here, and man,
A man needs to know where, what is in his refuse piles.
It's good.
my whole yard is leaves. You can't see the driveway.
Why are
Can't
you
see
going?
anything.
Why are you two hanging out back? Come closer. The people like you.
We're fine.
What is your problem?
We're supervising.
Supervising.
Miggy.
Because when Maggie barks, I have to stop and get her cookies.
Ah.
And she shuts up.
Oh, and then every time she does that, you give her more cookies?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So we're training her to bark.
Yeah, you're training her to bark. That's
Yeah.
right.
This looks like the UTG Mount Rushmore.
Jeez.
That's more accurate history than the 1619 project.
Mount Rushmore.
Are you still driving the freshly painted Duster?
Right there.
No, it's actually
Oh, no.
right.
No. Who is it?
Who's that?
Oh,
It's Barron.
it's Barron.
I painted the car and I drove it from the shop to here, and it's parked in my backyard now.
I'm trying to get you on there, but you don't look real good.
No. I think we have to shut these lights.
I think that might. Well, we're live and you're on, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm on. Hey, Buff, what's going on, man? I've been working out and keeping up.
See, you're between me and Uncle Tony.
But you're blocking out Uncle Kathy.
But okay, I got to put you down here. Now we can see the top of your head.
We only
anyway.
need his forehead.
We only need his
We only need
forehead.
Barron's forehead.
Oh, he's gonna stand up.
My
taller.
boy. on?
How many proof was your afternoon, Baron?
I'm still waiting to come down. I'm coming down to Tennessee in December. You'll see me down there. Trust me.
December
I'll
what
see
year?
You. I'm gonna go get I'm down there. Taking a trip.
Yeah,
We started the official countdown, man. Whenever you get here, we're ready to rock and roll.
it's getting close to December.
All right, Tony. You got yourself a deal, man. Big B's coming. Prepare yourself.
I can't wait. Make sure you bring your thick stripper girlfriend.
I will bring it. I will bring it. She'll twerk for you.
She'll twerk. Nice.
All right, brother. I'll see you later. Big
All
B,
right.
you sign it out.
Later, brother.
You
Wow.
gone?
We went from 133 to 114.
Barron?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, Barron is good that way. Just when you think it gets a little too crowded, you bring in Barron.
There, my
Baron
rinner's,
is like a can of Raid.
my rinner's off.
Baby.
Yes.
Kinda.
No, you have to say no, remember?
No, see, it worked. No, see, right away, she's like, come on, stop. Let me get this done. Baby.
What are those?
Can I get a 10, please?
I thought they were candles and they're dog treats.
Sure.
Don't you?
Ah, dog treats.
Wow, my dog will eat it. I'll eat it.
Ah,
No,
She don't want it.
she don't want it. She just wants to bark and buff.
because I want that stuff, that I brought. I dropped a Big Mac on the floor and dogs gobbled
No
everything up.
other song requests from Uncle Crystal?
No, we don't need you to sing anymore.
You don't want to sing
No,
anymore.
we're good. We don't need me singing anymore.
Why? That last, that was magical.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You ever say like The Sound of Music?
Yes, I've seen The Sound of Music. That was nothing like The Sound of Music.
Well, I didn't say it was, but I mean, I'm just asking if you've ever seen The
Yes,
Sound of
I've
Music.
seen it.
Why are we backwards? Or is that just on our monitor here?
Who's backwards?
Well, it says GTU
TQ.
instead of UTG.
It's a mirror image.
Where? Where does it say that?
Oh, on your hat.
Oh,
It's German
Well,
thermal.
I'm
No,
gonna,
it comes out right.
it does come out right?
Yeah.
It's just backwards here.
Yeah, let's,
See, I'm gonna,
oh, Baron says, you know why I scare some viewers? It's because I'm a big gorilla and I speak the truth. Damn straight, Baron. They just can't handle you, man. Thank you, Uncle Kathy.
you're welcome.
And that, by the way, is proof that the voice works.
You also said thank you after, so you can.
Yeah, but the thank you didn't get it to me. The thank you was afterwards.
what is there, no connection in this
It's like
house?
giving into your toddler when they're
No.
like, candy, candy, candy.
Terrible. Okay, maybe
Very
it's
high
just me.
speed.
Maybe it's just me. Oh, it's not your, I'm not on
Oh,
your,
no. there's no
Import
data.
still
You have to
sucks,
jump
said
on
it's
Wi-Fi.
correct, so.
I'm on my thing.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
there's like no service out here for cellular data.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Baron said, hoed John Wilburn. Baron did not hoe me out.
House.
Wow.
He's in house. How is John Wilburn? How is
Oh,
John
right,
Wilburn?
okay. I'm all right. All right.
Oh, it is correct. See, we are frontwards.
Yeah, it's just backwards the way we're watching it now.
Okay, so that's that.
Okay, what do we got? Who's got some questions?
Questions? I'm not on the thing.
I can't really read from here.
Terrence says, just join the stream. Let's hear he stopped loving her today. Go.
I don't know that song, but Crystal, come on. What do you got?
Maggie.
What are you taking requests for Crystal?
What? This is no request songs from Crystal Night.
Well, suddenly it is.
Am I getting tips? I don't see any
Tips
tips.
from Uncle Crystal?
Yeah, Uncle Crystal wants
What was the name of the song?
super chat for her.
Oh, I forgot. Maggie, stop. Oh, would a bad piston sound like an exhaust leak under load?
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
no.
No.
Stop it.
Benjamin asked if he's going to make a video on the top coolest cars. That's every day.
You got
The fleet.
$4.99.
Those are the
Cameron
coolest
Lowry.
cars.
Oh, nice.
What's up from North Alabama? I'm 23 with a 1970 Torino with a small block and a 4-speed. Your videos have helped a lot. Appreciate it, man.
Well, thank you, Cameron. You're the reason we do them.
Jason's Garage is asking if there's such a thing as universal points. Aren't
Universe.
points kind of universal anyway?
He's thinking uniset. the old GM Uniset points.
Yeah.
It was like one, it was a points and condenser together and in one piece.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long time ago.
So yeah, not universal points, but Uniset points, yeah.
I forgot about those.
Oh, the Dirty Knob sent $2. They'd like to hear some Tom Petty. Uncle Crystal?
I don't know. Give me a Tom Petty song. I don't-
Can somebody name a Tom Petty song that she
That
wants?
I might know. Well, I'll probably know.
Last dance with
How
Mary
about
Jane.
$10 beats out.
Don't bark at me.
Oh, Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Ryan Price at $10. Went to look at a 72 Mustang 302 after dissecting the car. It was terrible work.
Yeah.
Lines are all wrong. Bondo etc. with Sprint Decor option A originally. Saved me $6,000. Not an honest car, Russian sell.
They all want to hear Free Falling.
Free
Free
Fall.
falling.
Yeah,
They want to hear Free
yeah.
Fall.
Free. Free falling. There you go.
That's the entire song. That's the,
That's the whole song.
It's the whole
It's not.
It's your
That's
petty.
Pretty
just
close.
2 words of the whole song.
Tell Bruce
I know.
Springsteen you can't have 2
I
words.
mean,
in
I
the whole
don't even know this song, and I know that's not the whole song.
But you know that part.
All right, that's the part that counts. You're saying?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? No problem. She's ready to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Skipper must be inhaling the dryer vent. All his questions kind of read that way.
What do you make of this, Buck?
What's that?
What do you make of this?
This is strange.
Is this going well?
It's like the dog channel. Who's yelling at me?
That's
Yeah.
Maggie.
No, I'm on here. Somebody's.
Oh.
Oh, it's Catherine from Ohio.
Oh, let me see a picture of her.
She
Baron
didn't
sent,
send a picture of
Baron
her.
sent $5.
She just went. I told her.
Thank you, Baron.
I told her we were on. I'm
Oh,
gonna lay
she's
down
on?
here. I texted her and told her that we were coming in early, and she goes. She texted back something.
Catherine from Ohio, are you watching this right now? Catherine from Ohio?
Baron says,
I can't
Hey.
even talk.
Oh, Maggie.
Baron says, Uncle Tony, let's grill steaks when I come over. I'm bringing cigars and whiskey.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Anybody else have a song for Uncle Crystal?
Some gangster
Joe
rap.
Jackson says Bump is cranky tonight. Are you cranky, Bump?
Yeah,
Crystal, let's hear
I
some
was
gangster
in.
rap.
I was in a. Oh, I can't talk over that. That's the problem. You're too noisy. And every time she barks, you give her more biscuits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So now she knows to bark.
it's the only way to get her to shut up.
Just get like you guys have a pool? Fill it with dog biscuits.
Okay,
Oh, Devil Went Down to Georgia. I know that song.
Tony, do
Yeah.
you think you can bench press
Devil
more
went
than
down to
Michelle
Georgia?
Obama?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, she looks like she's,
She's 2
She
plates
is,
aside.
yeah.
She's 225.
yeah, massive
Yeah.
upper body strength there. Get Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Joe went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. That's the only part I know.
There you go.
There
All
you
right,
go.
well, that's part of it.
Yeah, there you go. It's a down payment.
Yay!
Mhm.
$10. And you have offset pistons, piston pins, and you do your piston flip trick. Are you putting the connecting rod closer to the thrust side of the bore or closer to the other side?
It would normally be this way. You're turning it this way. You're putting it towards the thrust side. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Will you? But see,
If you're putting it someplace.
Now that we worded that, I'm all confused.
I know, it's the way it's worded. I don't get it either.
not exactly, because it's the big end rotates on the crank, and the small end
Go ahead.
is what's different.
Baron sent $10 more. He says, "That's me. I'm built to be in Kentucky, pulling plows. I'm built like a brick shit house."
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
What's up, Olive?
Okay, come on. More strangeness.
More strangeness?
More
It's
strangeness.
been a weird day.
It's been a weird day since I woke up this morning.
Since you woke up?
It's been weird
Or
all
since we
day.
started doing stuff?
No, really all day. Maggie's got this thing for Buff. I don't know if you can't see.
Because every time she climbs up on me and starts to bark, you give her more dog
Get
biscuits.
over here. Come over
So
here.
she's like, "Oh."
So we're training
So
her.
now you're training her to do
Bark
that.
it.
Come over here. She's ignoring me.
Greg McDonald said it's been snowing here all day. Greg McDonald, there's somewhere I don't want to live.
Oh, man.
I don't know where it
lived-
is.
I
don't
lived
wanna
in
live
Ohio
there.
for 15 years. I had enough snow for the rest of my life.
Yogurt wants a thumb up, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
For yogurt.
No more songs for Uncle Crystal. I was really enjoying hearing her sing.
No, you're not.
No, I do. I love it. It's a big part of our channel now.
I swear. You guys are gonna make me sing the theme song.
Miggy.
I'm not even saying
Who's
anything.
stronger, Michelle Obama or Big
I
Buster?
think you did
That's
that.
why. That's why she wants you. She wants you to like.
Or him versus-
Yeah.
She wants you to accept her.
Well,
But just give her bones.
Yeah, just
Give
keep
her
giving her
bones.
bones.
Yeah.
she probably eat another Big Mac if I give it to
Here,
her.
give her, there's a bone on the table. Give it to Buster. Give
Okay.
her.
Oh,
Here.
what is this thing?
It's a rawhide.
It's a what?
It's a rawhide,
Mac
It's a
is on,
rye.
yeah.
It looks like a piece of
but it's not.
like cable wire.
It's rawhide. Karaoke night. No.
There you go.
It's a twisted pear. That's what I couldn't think of.
Andy Garage wants to roll up your windows.
I was just gonna say that one.
Roll up your windows.
That wasn't enthusiasm.
It's the best
Wasn't
I can
enthusiastic
muster.
No, it's raining out, and we all have our windows up already.
That's true.
How about the little slat six dart you bought? Haven't seen it since. I saw it today.
It's just sitting at the back of the lot. I have no immediate plans for it right now. Like I've got so many other cars to work on.
So why don't you talk about like what you and John are doing with the transmission?
Buff, what part of Ohio did I live in? I was in the northeast part. If you know Ohio, it's Geneva on the lake.
Oh.
And I was there for too long,
How far from Cleveland?
about 40 miles. 40 miles east,
Not far enough.
between Cleveland and Erie, Pennsylvania. It just snows. It's lake effect snow.
That's where our friend Scott
Snows.
Beagle lives, right in that area.
Snows.
Excuse me.
So Catherine from Ohio isn't here yet. Or if she is, she's not saying anything. I don't know. Catherine the hot blonde.
What's going on today?
I don't know, these
Jody
dogs.
Dodge says, can Uncle Buck sing the Duluth Trading Post theme song?
I didn't know there was one. No,
Make it up. Just make one up.
I can't sing.
Not like
Ryan
Uncle
wants to
Crystal.
know, he's gonna keep asking, have you heard of the Australian mopars? They came with ME60s.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
350
We've never heard of them.
And
Tell
the
us
quarter
about it.
mile also came with 318s and 340s, same size of a dart.
Tell us about it. We've never heard of them.
We're not
I
aware.
heard so much about those engines. I finally went and read all about them, and they're pretty cool looking. Send me one.
It doesn't look too much different to me than the AMC motor, the 401, the 4.0 rather.
Yeah, it doesn't slant. I expected it to slant. It doesn't slant. It's just
It's a wild looking little
it's
motor.
an interesting
I mean,
engine.
I saw one at Carlisle.
Really?
I've seen pictures of them.
Yep, I saw one at Carlisle.
Okay, what do we got?
Pontiac driver production says Uncle Tony gets a lot of love from the murder mitten.
The murder who?
Michigan. Michigan?
The murder mitten. I think I can. make that up.
Okay.
Nice. Anything called a murder mitten is good by me.
Recommendations for more power from a stock 73 340.
Uncle Crystal, you want to answer
What's the question?
that? Any way to get more power out of a stock 73 340?
Put more holes in your car.
Put more holes.
The usual
You take
stuff.
the holes out. There's nothing there.
Cam, intake, headers, the usual
Came from a
stuff.
68.
You give it a good basic tune-up. Curve the distributor, put a spacer under the carburetor.
340s have no real weaknesses.
They have no weaknesses.
There's not like one thing you can do to get 50
Well, people
horsepower.
look down on the 340, the 73, 72, 73 because they cast crank on the lower compression, but they're stout. They're great motors.
Oh, that guy with the flip the piston one, he says, I'll rephrase. When you flip the piston, the wrist pin is now closer to the thrust side. Does that make
Yes.
it easier? Okay.
Yes.
Adam Stein says turkey or ham.
Wait a minute. When you flip the piston, not just facing this way, here's the thrust side. Turn it around. You're offsetting it away from the thrust side. Yeah. Is that right? You're offsetting it away from the thrust side.
Baron sent another $5.
Baron's just loaded with cash.
He says,
You
I'm
got
gonna
paid.
make Tennessee great again when I come down there.
That tree is the giving tree.
I'm draining the swamp. Buff, put my ass to work moving stuff for you.
What?
It says.
Baron, do you have a probation officer? Just curious.
He's a chemical engineer.
Do you and your probation officer watch this live
No.
together weekly, or
Well, even chemical engineers sometimes have probation officers.
depends what kind of chemical engineer we're talking
Yeah,
about?
but generally speaking, I can't believe nobody else wants to hear Uncle Crystal sing.
Baron says he's been to jail before.
Oh, we all have. Baron?
Dirty Knob says, so cars in the Rust Belt are faster than others since they're half gone.
Sure, and less wind resistance too. There's more areas for the air to escape as it, goes down.
Little vortex generators.
Little
on the
vortex
side, keep the
generators
air
all through
attached to the side of the
Yeah,
car.
sure. Yes, sir. Baby.
Yeah.
Ashtray.
What do you want?
Ashtray.
Please?
Please.
Can I say please?
I use the voice. Why do I have to say please?
Here.
The please
Thank
voice.
you. I explained how that voice works, right?
No.
When you want a woman to do
Oh,
something,
brother.
right? You use.
Don't listen to him, guys.
Come on, shh. This works.
Ah, shh.
I've proved it works 1,000 times. When you want a woman to do something, you use a high, soft voice.
It's a
Oh.
very brave man.
Like
talking
this.
about this. With
Yeah.
two women standing directly.
Right,
next
exactly. So what happens is that
Is that what happened?
listen to me, it bypasses all of their conventional wiring and it goes right to the maternal instincts and they have no choice
Yeah, I
but to
can't
do
tell the
exactly what
difference
you said.
between you and an instinct.
Well, it all happens subconsciously, baby. It all happens under the surface.
Okay, so.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Any advice for a rear main seal that won't stop leaking?
Change it.
Well, he's changed it a bunch of times.
Oh,
Sell it.
actually, I remember there was one guy, I guess a few years ago, a guy that I knew, that had rebuilt an engine. It was a small block Chevy, and he kept having the same thing with the rear main seal, leaking. And as it turns out, he put a reverse rotation marine crankshaft in there, and the knurling was backwards.
No.
So no matter what he did, it was going to leak oil.
It was pumping the oil
It
out.
was pumping, yeah.
That's one of the cruelest things I've ever heard.
Uncle
How long
Chris,
they're taking to
Uncle
find
Tony's
that?
over there?
It was like the fifth time he had the oil cleaned off of the thing.
Nobody would think of that.
I'm telling you.
Mm.
Uncle Crystal, you're being blocked by my head.
What?
Move this way a little bit. Move this. Yeah, there you go. And Uncle Kathy, you're like the angels over our shoulders. Look at that.
Oh, George Bonnie says when you use that voice, manhood everywhere dies a little.
Dude, I'm teaching you how to work them. Okay? I'm showing you how to work a female. This works.
Oh, you're funny. What's up, Monty? I'm not ignoring you, Monty.
Greg says when a woman asks you to do something, do it wrong from the get-go. They never ask you to do it again. Unless you're my husband, it doesn't work. That doesn't work for me, just saying.
If Jesus turned water into wine, who took Mopar and made it junk? Would that be Fiat?
Could be Fiat. Yeah. Oh, she's not barking at you.
Oh, she will.
She wants you to pat her.
Good girl.
I don't want to pet her because then she'll never leave me alone.
No, but you don't understand. She'll bark at you. If you show animosity towards her, she'll always be barking at you. You have to show her that you accept her. And then she's.
I have a cat like that. Can't.
Doug says UTG stickers equals 25 horsepower. Scientific fact.
We haven't done that video.
25
I was
horsepower.
meaning
Yeah,
to do it.
I understand how I can change the weight from one end
The
of the
next time we're
car.
at the track, we have to do it.
Yeah, no, it happens on an interdimensional level. It's hard to explain.
It gives it a boundary layer like a golf ball.
You put one sticker on the top of each piston.
I would need complex math in order to show you how to
All
work.
right.
A math that you probably would not understand because it's very far advanced.
Really?
It's akin to vector geometry with another dimension.
If you want to talk about silly little grade school things like that, yes.
Yes.
Does Uncle Tony have any secret strategies for deals on tires?
Maggie, this one's-
I scratch her as soon as I stop.
So,
Comes the bark.
so a better question is, what's the sketchiest tire you've ever run, and where did you get it?
Oh, jeez. Don't even ask. I mean,
Well, I remember
I have literally found tires on the side of the road and said, ooh, that'll work.
we had cars that wouldn't do burnouts. You go out to the junkyard and you find a bald
Right.
tire that's rock hard, put it on the right
Right.
rear, put about 90 PSI in it.
That'll do
And then
it.
you can do a burnout, especially if you turn right.
I have had tires with wire hanging out.
Oh,
Broke
it
the
makes
bead
sparks.
manually, flipped the tire over, and ran it till the other side had wire hanging out.
You leave them that way and you make sparks.
Yeah, well,
There are things that I have taken
Yeah.
to the most,
yes.
when it comes to things like brakes and tires,
Yeah.
it's like, you don't want to know how far I've gone.
You got $10 from Zen. Zen Real, $10. He says, Uncle Tony, I ran across a 66 Coronet.
Okay, Cornet, yeah.
That has these odd brackets that stick out in the front of the front bumper. Any clue what these are? A snow plow mount?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
No idea. Odd brackets that stick out of the front bumper.
Maybe they're for towing the car.
If you're towing behind a motorhome.
Put a-
Oh, they might be toe tab brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I see in
Uncle
Arizona,
Kathy's got that.
all these people come down from like Canada and the snow country
Yeah.
in the winter, and all the cars they tow have these two little things sticking out of the bumper with holes in them.
Yeah, those are the toe
They're
tabs. Yeah,
Yep, for tow.
yeah, they were probably, that might have been a race car at some point that they were flat towing to the track. Which I want to be the guy to bring flat towing back.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you call it?
Flat towing. That's where you just,
Oh, just tow it on its four wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baron.
Yeah.
that's when drag racing was fun.
Baron sent you another $5.
Unless the
Darren,
farm
you
jumping
keep
gear.
going, man. You're amazing. Thank you, sir.
He says, I'm good at boundary layers dealing with laminar?
Mm.
Laminar and turbulent flow.
Can you sing that?
Man,
Yeah.
man,
Sing that?
you sound like
Boundary
you're doing
layers
this.
Dealing with
Oh,
laminar and turbulent flow?
Yeah,
Do you
Yeah,
want to sing that
make a
sentence?
song out of that?
if you want.
I'm good at boundary layers.
That's-
Dealing with laminar and turbulent flow.
Well, Maggie was going to join in with you
I
there.
heard that.
Maggie?
Hey, you know what turbulent flow is?
Monty's
Or
gonna ask a
laminar.
question. Monty's gonna ask a question I don't want to ignore because Monty's last three questions have been about ignoring his
Right.
last question.
Oh.
I mean, what do you
All
say
right,
when that's the
Monty.
question?
What do we got?
Come on, now you're up here.
We're all going to answer Monty's next question.
When it comes up.
If it
Tony,
comes up.
See,
were you ever a cab driver in Staten Island? That's Monty's question.
Yes, absolutely.
You're a cab driver.
I was an owner operator at Gigantic Cars when I was like 16.
What did you drive?
Gypsy cabs.
But I mean, what kind of car was that?
All Mopars.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
No checkers, just
No,
Mopars.
Gypsy cabs. I used to drive the overnight shifts. I used to work on cars during the day
Mhm.
and then drive cabs at night.
body with the T designation.
Huh?
The cab body with the T designation, right?
No, I never had any of those. I never had any of those.
I was a little kid. The first cab I rode in was a brand spanking new 1963 Dart.
And there you go.
It was pretty good.
So Monty's asking again, were you ever a cab driver in Staten Island and you had a Dodge Dart?
I never used a Dart. I used all B bodies. I had a C body too. I think I had a couple of C bodies. B and C bodies. I never had an A body cab.
He's saying you don't remember me.
I
I
don't.
don't remember you.
I noticed that right away. I don't.
Monty Capoletti. Do you remember him, Tony?
Monty Capoletti. Kevin the Raft. You used to hang out with Kevin the Raft. And that was the guy who had a Dart. He had a 68 Dart, a 4-door 68 Dart he ran as a cab. He was a big acid head.
You're so New York.
Let's see. He says, I know you very well.
Oh, all right.
No, he says no.
Not the guy you
Not the
thought.
guy you're thinking of.
Okay. Well, then somebody else.
Oh, that one guy.
All right, so how do you know Tony?
Hmm. Catfishing Chris fixed his laptop and he says, "Hi, John, you sexy beast."
That's disturbing.
He says,
I
we
like
worked at the gas station together.
We worked at which gas station together?
Vinnie Meyer,
Oh, there's just Mopar Joe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Getty station.
the Getty station. Okay, Vinnie's gas station.
Just Mopar Joe is a really cool channel. He does really good stuff over there. So
Look,
Recommend
Maggie's
checking
come
it
to
out.
attack you from a different angle.
She's up there, she's gonna
She's
drink
got
your drink,
backup now.
smoke your
So does
cigarette.
Monty have any
That's
good
okay.
stories from the gas station?
I don't know.
What has she got to
Monty,
say?
I know who you are now. I think I know who you are. That was 40 years ago, bro. 40 years ago.
I don't remember people that I worked with 2 years ago.
40 years ago. In other words, past the statute of limitations.
Yeah.
New City Carpet sent you $5. Driving a cab with a damn typewriter in his lap, writing engine build features.
I was doing magazines. I was actually oh God, you remember when I was delivering pizza with the test cars?
Yeah.
I was an editor. I was a magazine editor. I had test cars like with Detroit manufacturing plates on them, and me and Neil Van Opry were delivering pizzas at night with these things, and then going to the track with them, and so that we could pay for our own hot rods.
You had real tags on something?
I've had occasionally. I've had real. I never had a license.
Ah,
I had tags.
Because I would lose my license. So we've always had real tags and real insurance.
Yeah.
He says, do you remember Gay John? Monty says.
Not
Gas
offhand.
station. It
Gay
sounds
John.
familiar to me.
It does sound familiar,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Uncle Kathy was there at the very, very end of the
Yeah.
of the Myers, the Vinnie Myers gas station days. You remember the mule, Monty? We were talking about the mule, the 60 was a 67 Chevy wagon that we all used to like take turns with.
Was it 67, a new, not new, a full-size Chevy?
Had
Yeah,
no
I
floors.
like those.
It had no floors and no brakes.
Oh, I don't like them with no floor.
Like when I say it had no brakes, I mean it didn't have a master cylinder in it.
Oh, so the brake pedal just,
And yeah, and we used to take turns. That was like the communal car.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Tula Toilet and Septic says he has trouble remembering what he ate yesterday. Well, you can always go pop the lid and go verify.
He says, blue
Catfish
Mule.
and Chris. Yeah, Ammo Seek. That's a good place to check the market. Indeed.
Hi, dog here. Left I love Pink 350 in my Yugo.
you go.
Brakes slow you down. You tell them about the brakes on the carry van.
Oh, I adjusted the brakes on the caravan this morning. I went a little too far. But he was following me back here, and you'd smell. And you can tell they're the original brakes on it because they have real asbestos in them.
Prepare to smell asbestos.
Yeah.
I pulled up behind him and it smelled like an asbestos plant was on fire.
So Monty says, remember racing it around the dirt next to the gas station? He's saying, remember Rocco
Yeah, I remember Rocco.
and Adriana?
Absolutely. I haven't talked to Rocco in, well,
They're
God.
on my friends list on Facebook. Rocco and Adriana.
Really?
Mhm.
I haven't talked to Rocco since the network incident.
No, you have.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
JW, you're trying to jinx
What's
us.
up, Dan Murphy?
Is that Hot Catherine from Ohio?
Yeah, the hot one from Ohio. I don't know. I'm gonna look and see who we got here. Why is this not done?
Darren wants to know, what are your thoughts on acid dipping the Plan-Z dart to cut weight?
That car is so flimsy and lightened out now. No,
It would disappear.
it would disappear. There's just no
Christy wants to know, you guys on lockdown over there?
lockdown.
What's that?
We don't do stuff like that.
It's normal here. In Virginia, everybody's locked down and weird. You come to Tennessee, you can't even tell anything's going on.
No, everything's totally normal here.
The ear says, I feel like I did something embarrassing and the entire bar is staring at me.
You probably did. You probably did. Check your file.
Monty says, you still don't know who I am.
Monty, I think that I do, brother man, but I'm telling you, you have any idea how many miles are between Myers gas station and where I am today? I'm so sorry, brother man. I know that if I saw you by face, I would know who you are.
Tony, did you ever fade the brakes in your Fox Bunny Mustang and have that's what the sentence ends.
Did I have a what?
Fade the brakes in your Fox Bunny Mustang.
No, not that I remember. Uncle Crystal's awfully quiet.
Yeah, read Uncle Crystal.
You-
I am awfully quiet.
More questions, Uncle
She's
Crystal.
afraid you're gonna make her sing again.
Is that hot, Catherine?
It is. She's having trouble getting on for some reason.
Well, just tell her to send you a picture. Now we all want to know what she looks like.
Did she didn't say that she was hot, Catherine? I'm so
I don't
lost.
know, I'm lost.
Well, Buff says that she's
What
hot.
happened was last week, Tony's really pressing me if she was hot looking and everything. I goes, yeah, she's a hot looking blonde.
Well, it's important, isn't it?
I guess.
Okay.
Monty says he had a Monte Carlo.
Okay.
He had a Monte Carlo. I don't know if I was there when he was there. Or if he was there earlier.
Monty, like I said, there is so many, I've had, so many like complete lifetimes I've had between then and now. I'm so sorry.
Isn't there like a whole blur in
Do you know
there?
how much head trauma I've had between then and now?
Robbie D. Durham, with prices on old Mopars being so high, how can you tell what yours is worth? Sell it.
No, that's very
So,
That's
exactly.
the only way to know.
Or check with the Buffalo Campo Registry. I believe he has all of the going
There-
prices,
there you go.
auction and, registered sale.
Buff will know.
Yeah, Buffalo know.
He'll know within $25.
You can actually text him and he'll give you should
What
give
cars
him
are
your
worth?
number. Yeah.
All I know is everything I buy, the value goes down on it.
Maggie is just staring at you, ready to.
I know, ready to.
She wants love.
Give
Yeah,
her
but if I
up.
get up real close, I'm afraid she'll just snap and
She will not do
take
that.
my lips off.
No, she doesn't.
This is my little
She's just
sweetheart.
Loud.
She's very protective. Right?
She's noisy.
Yes.
And this is probably.
Ron
Not
Jeffers,
walking
apparently
around.
so.
Did you read the Save the Brakes in the Fox?
Yeah.
I'm
Hi from Sweden.
Speeding.
Sweden.
Robert Anderson. What's up, Robert?
What's going on, Robert?
She says she's watching and been watching since the beginning. I just can't get in the live chat. I wonder why.
Well, Catherine, text him a picture. We all need to know what you look like.
Oh my goodness.
She's a hot blonde. Just take my word for
I
it.
can't take your word for it.
All right, Karen says, my stepdad has a 57 Dodge truck. He needs restored. Do you know anyone who would be interested in taking it off his hands? He decided on building his 84 Ram Charger instead.
Yeah, Buff Del Campo was actually looking for a 57 Dodge pickup.
No.
Oh, he's changed his mind.
What kind of pickup would I want? Man.
Uncle No Identity.
What's up, Uncle No Identity?
Any of the last Studebaker pickups.
You're a stewed guy to the end.
I don't know. They're simple. Just a frame and some sheet metal and an engine and transmission rear end brakes.
For me, a
That's
68 F-250.
Really?
I'm not a Ford guy at all, but I would have a 68 F-250.
Oh, someone's asking about the truck in
Yeah,
the comments.
Doug
So.
Narden is asking about that truck.
Which truck?
So you guys get together.
The one I just read about.
Yeah, the one that they were talking about.
Doug Narden, it's going to be
The
half as
57.
solid as he says it is.
Oh, so somebody there wants to know about the truck. Okay. And
They're saying I can't see Buff. Move to your right, Buff.
Well, then I'm going to be
Buff
touching
is on
Tony.
there.
what about Hot Catherine? Maybe she wants a truck.
Catherine?
Hot Catherine, do
You
you
know
want
what she drives?
No.
She drives a Jeep. Ooh, it's a Jeep.
What kind of Jeep?
Kind of a luxury SUV Jeep.
Maggie
How-
loves you.
What kind of Jeep is this now? Because Jeep
I don't
is
know.
a very big
Like I
spec.
said, it's kind of a luxury, later model SUV kind of thing.
A
I
chick
don't know what
Jeep.
it is.
A chick Jeep.
What?
Is it like a TJ?
Yeah, well, it'd be like a Jeep you would see pink flowers on the back of, not
Yeah.
a CJ, right?
Oh, no,
No,
CJ.
yeah.
No, this would be like, I don't know. Like, imagine a woman driving an SUV and she
Okay.
ended up in a Jeep dealer.
Grand Cherokee.
Just something like that.
Okay.
I really don't know. And before that, she had a Bonneville.
There's a whole lot of space between like an M38 and a Wagoneer
Yeah.
and a Compass. You know?
Yeah, they put
What
those
time is it?
Jeep name on a lot of stuff.
You gotta go. You're not gonna sing for us?
She's not
I gotta
She's
go.
got
It's
things to
almost
do.
6:00.
She has a family who
Oh.
loves her.
Right, and I gotta get up and do video tomorrow.
We're her family.
I know.
We love
I
her.
also
I
have
know.
more family,
more family.
which is your family.
Mhm.
Your grandkids and your son's getting off work and he's not gonna have dinner tonight.
Hey, you don't get to use my phone.
Maybe I'll throw a ham in when I get home.
Throw a ham in.
Yeah, in the oven.
I like the Jeep Hemi in my e-body. Check out Just Mopar Joe's channel. He has a third gen Hemi in an e-body.
Who's that?
Just Mopar Joe. You need to check his channel out. He's doing good stuff over there.
Okay. Just Mopar Joe.
Just Mopar Joe.
Just Mopar.
It's a hidden gem little channel.
I had a friend who had a Jeep, a military Jeep, 6-cylinder, and it was like a Hemi head, and the
A
same,
military Jeep with a 6-cylinder?
and the same lobe opened the intake and the exhaust. You ever seen one of those? Has like half as many, has like 6 lobes on the cam.
No,
He
I
pulled
can
it out
see
and put a 440 in it, but because he's a Mopar guy.
I've never
Dad
seen
has
anything.
2 Jeeps. He's got a combat Jeep, an M38A1, and he also has a CJ that was bought by the Navy. So it's civilian, but it was owned by.
Well, this Jeep was like a 1.5-ton truck, a pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big thing, big
Yeah,
heavy
yeah.
thing.
That's never happened.
Ended up with a 440.
It's a 1 1/4 ton, they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it ended up with a 440 and a 727.
Okay.
This, I know the battery was under the front seat because he was leaning over it and doing something, and it exploded right in his
Yeah.
face.
I've always thought that was sketchy, where you had the battery under the seat and you have the springs.
Ah.
Good night, Uncle Crystal.
Shorter.
Yeah, you got the springs of the seat going down and touching that battery, so you're always 10 pounds away from shorting the battery out or welding the seat with you sitting on it.
All right, what do we got here?
You guys don't need me, right?
Why? Where you going?
What?
Where you going?
You don't need me, right?
You were the token female.
What do you mean the token female?
We need them. We
Yeah. Where's your, it's probably at the shop.
What's the matter?
You're blonde.
We
With
can't
the
I
helmet.
keep that at the shop.
Yeah.
I keep it at the shop.
Buff, you blocking in a white car?
Yes, I am. I have to go move a car.
We can't adequately celebrate
wait here.
diversity without
But then
Uncle
you get
Cam.
my spot once I move.
That's right. We need to celebrate diversity.
Ryan asked, I'm thinking about joining the Mopar club. I'm not the one to ask about that. I'm not a car club kind of guy.
Yeah, neither am I.
I don't.
Not that I have anything against them.
No,
I'm just not a
They're in their own
joiner.
world. They're in their own world, and it's not what I do. They don't like the stuff I do. If you ever want to hear 25 different opinions on how you do stuff wrong, join a car club.
No.
Joseph Comary says, new here, how hard a big block swap in an A-body?
It's not.
Get the transdap mounts for like $65 and bolt it in.
Allie the retro kid says, "Shh, Tony, I'm road tripping from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Phoenix, Arizona. I need tips. In what? What kind of car? An old car?
I have no idea.
He's taking an old car.
Yeah.
Go lay down. Go down. You have no idea? No tips?
I mean, that's such a broad question.
Anybody's best with small blocks if you ask me anyway, Alex says.
Yeah, I would kind of agree.
Car clubs equal the thawns. That's the truth. And I don't care what year I've ever been to a car show, they're always playing 50s music, and it's the same cars and the same people and the same lawn chairs.
Just stuffed animals.
It's yeah. And a model of the car on a mirror.
A model of the car
Yes.
of the
Exactly.
on top of the model of the car.
Yes.
Right, like with the
I'm
Russian
not-
dolls.
I like car shows, but I am not a car show person.
They
They don't want to see my stuff at a car show. They would hate it.
A Razor Eagle says, have you heard of Bear Block Motors working on a modern 392 Hemi engine? Just wondering.
I have not.
No.
Excuse me. I have not.
You okay, Tony?
No, I'm tired.
Energy, Tony, energy. Let's see.
Well, that's what I needed Uncle Crystal singing for. It was like an energizing thing.
Geezer 37 says, I put the camera in a small block Chevy I'm building. It looks like the lobes are to the rear of the lifter boards. Is this normal? Hydraulic flat pan.
Looks like the lobes are to the rear of the lifter boards. What kind of motor is it?
Small block Chevy.
The taper is going to be
Yeah.
towards the rear.
What he's talking about.
Yeah, if you're looking at like a little bit of like a stripe and it's to the rear part, that's normal.
Tell us about the motor going in the dark sport. You're going to have to wait and see. I told Tony what I'm going to do with the motor in the dark sport today.
Yeah, he's got some neat
Yeah,
ideas.
you have to wait and see.
Who's the new guy on the left?
That's not a new guy. It's John Wilburn. He's usually here. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
He's usually one of our mods. This is like the super mod.
I can jump on and start throwing people out if you want. But
Well, didn't you time Dakota out?
I did time Dakota
Okay.
out, but he's back. He's on parole.
No, Dakota's not here now.
Oh. Hey. I'm supposed to be here. It's okay.
Okay, where were we?
Can you request that? Have you all heard of the car dealership
Maggie?
called Naval Motors?
Yes. They're shush. They're about 40 miles north of me.
You gotta go lay down.
Okay, where were we? Okay, let's all just stare at the.
Tony,
Yeah.
Just stare at it like
Grab a dog.
hypnotic screen.
You don't want it.
94 Mustang 5-speed
Here.
that smokes on
You
deceleration.
don't want it.
Rings or valve seals?
Valve.
Just Mopar Joe asked how's the trans coming for Tony's car.
He just came to pick it up.
Dug it out of the leaves.
We walked over to the gate where he keeps his stuff, and he reaches into a pile of leaves and just pulls a 904 out that he knew exactly where it was and what it was out of this pile of leaves.
Did you look through any more leaves? See what
It was
else?
pretty cool,
A
actually.
man needs to know his refuse pile. Okay, see,
And you're silent over there.
Yeah,
Come
because-
on, come on, guys.
we need you.
Buff needs a hug.
Three of you
I'm
there.
only reading that because he's on
I
your
need a
side.
Come on.
I don't want to hug Buff. I like Buff.
I wouldn't have read that one if he was on my side.
Hot Catherine, did you send him a pic yet?
All right,
See if she
Terrence
sent you a
wants
pic.
to know any
Hot
advice
Catherine.
on how to liven up a
Catherine.
360 Magnum that I want to pump up from my 96 Ram 1500 burnout truck. I'm a GM guy.
Well, I have an upper 360 Magnum.
Come on, you have 360 Magnum experience.
No, is it fuel injected or is it the carb or what?
Well, 360 Magnum wouldn't be carbureted if it's
Well,
stock.
I mean, well, I was gonna say if he had, if it's done.
Yeah. Actually,
That's a
I
great
mean,
package.
it's good, but I think it's even better if you throw in intake manifolds on this carbureted intake manifolds
Yeah.
on there and throw like an 800 Holly.
You can do more with the cam too. It's a roller lifter.
You do a lot with those.
Yeah.
I think the thing with the cam with those is the valve the
What's her with her son?
oh, she's pretty hot.
You said that. Have her send a picture. She sent it.
Yeah, Catherine, you're looking good, sweetheart.
So how do we get this onto
you go.
here?
There you go.
Buff, go pick up. Come on, go snatch that up.
We're friends.
Honey,
She wants you, Buff.
That's her son Dan in Jamaica.
Hot Catherine, do you want Buff? Come on, look at this guy. This is a catch.
all right, Tony. Ian says Dodge Demon or Challenger. I'm not talking about the new ones.
Oh, I would prefer the Demon.
Tony is low energy because he needs to smoke, maybe.
No, I've been up since like
He
5
missed
o'clock.
his nap.
I
guys.
didn't get my nap time today. I always siesta. I take my power nap like between 1 and 2, 3 like that, and I didn't get one today. So I'm all I've been going now for 13 hours straight.
The test start has a tired 273 now. Your wish has been granted. It was your wish for the 273 to be tired. I don't know.
What's that now?
Yeah. Apparently you wanted the 273 in that Dart GT to be tired.
Oh, it was tired going in.
Yeah.
Come on, get the energy up.
All right. Energy
Yeah.
up.
High energy.
Yeah, I'm low on energy. I didn't get my nap either.
Sleepy Uncle Tony. Come on.
I usually get a nap late in the afternoon or mid-afternoon on Sunday for this.
If UT allows.
Oh, see,
children
and
out-
none of us got it.
Unfortunately, he does, yeah.
I ended up just hurrying.
Not when the kids are here.
Yeah, I don't smoke in the house when the kids are here, when the little girls are here. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't.
You don't know why?
Yeah, because it's bullshit. The whole secondhand smoke thing is bullshit.
My parents smoked in the house the whole time I was a little kid, and that's why I'm all
I remember-
short and stunted growth, and no brains.
I remember being in the crib and just the ashes used to rain down from all of the women that were like, oh,
Isn't that? I remember when I was real little. One of the probably the earliest memories I have. I was in a crib. I felt like a little jail, you know.
Right.
My mother going over me, talking with her cigarette, and ashes falling on me. I remember that clearly.
Here's an old school question.
Man,
Old school knurled pistons or rebore with new pistons? Got 10,000 clearance.
oh,
You-
10,000's good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Is it a 318?
if I need to just, if I need to clean up board taper, let's say you check an engine and it's got let's say 4,000 board taper, I'll have it bored 10 over and reuse the stock pistons and everything is perfect.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
And then the rings end up gapped right.
the gap ends up a little on the big side, which I don't.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can put the gas to it.
I have a 318 with rust in cylinders 7 and 8. I
Oh,
can catch my fingernail on. Can I clean it up at home or should I go to a machine shop? I would say you have nothing to lose by cleaning it up at home.
yeah, exactly. You're not gonna
Yeah.
lose. If it's pits, a lot of people freak out about pits in the cylinder wall, but that shit fills up with oil.
Yep.
And
That holds oil.
yeah, the piston sweeps by it so fast that oil never has a chance to fall out of that hole. Trust me when I tell you, you can have like pretty severe gouges in the cylinder wall down in that area of ring sweep. And remember, that thing is moving like this. The oil doesn't have time to fall out, and it just kind of makes a seal.
To give you an idea, at 6,000 RPM, that piston changes direction 200 times per second.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna tell
My
you,
God,
if
you
you-
think about that.
if you ask the machine shop, they will tell you that it will fail 100% and will
Right.
never run. So there's no point even asking them. Just hone it and see what happens. It will probably really surprise you.
Yep.
If you saw how bad those 2 cylinders were on that 318 we did on the live build, I think that's really going to surprise some people. Just what that will do as bad as those cylinders were.
Huh.
And that kind of shows you the extreme of what you can get away with.
That engine sounds good.
Yeah, it does actually.
You hear it when he had it installed in the car and he was running it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it sounded good.
I hear Uncle Kathy's footsteps.
There she is.
Oh, there
I
she is.
see her.
Rich Corinthian vinyl. Ricardo Montalban there.
What's up, Ben?
You need me?
Well, I mean, yeah, you add spice and balance to the thing we have here.
Spice and balance?
Yes,
Ah.
And you read questions.
and you read questions much better than I can. Because even with my glasses, I can't see that far to read the
You
questions.
need binoculars. We're too far.
No, I'm really. Yeah,
I got to lean way
I'm
forward.
mostly blind, I think. Oh yeah, I'm better off with the glasses.
We've only got 70 likes.
Yeah, there's not
Why
much
don't you-
people on tonight.
How many people are on it? Well, because we
Only
came on really
Only
early.
70
Yeah, that's
people
true.
like this?
We're on super early.
Yeah.
This is
What
not
time
the
is
usual
it?
time.
You watch.
It's
Everybody
only
will come,
6.
yeah, everybody will come on in an hour from now. You know?
Should I have hardened seats installed on my 906 heads before I port them?
No, do
I'll
it
put
after.
them- yeah.
Yeah, because if you're like me
No.
and you gouge at least one seat during every port job, then
Jeff Hemi says, have you guys seen any of the early Gen 3 Hemis with valve seat issues? Because I found 2 cars with them completely falling out.
yeah. My friend Al has a stack of those things.
Didn't the original seats fall out?
Yeah, the seats just fall out.
Oh, man.
The early ones, the early 5.7s. It was just a metallurgical mismatch.
Kevin says, I'm sick. Must be my internet. I didn't have time to fix before you
The
started.
likes are rolling in.
Fix what?
She can't get logged in to this, so she can't make comments.
Oh
on
my
it.
God.
So she'll get it straightened out before next week. Well, I'm started early and she
Catherine,
probably
just
wasn't ready.
come on down. Come on, you can read questions. We'll wait for you.
You right?
Yeah, it's only like 550 miles.
Buff is worth it.
She can fly down.
If I was a chick, you couldn't keep me away from Buff. It would be impossible.
She did a lot of
Jerry
flying.
Master Zom says, how long until we see an OS swap on a Tesla?
I think that's coming pretty soon.
Big Dog says, can I put a 273 crankshaft in my 318?
Yes, they're exactly the same crankshaft.
Russell Finch says, what do you think of Cope's lockup converter for the 727?
I'm not familiar with it.
Let's see.
But if Cope puts it out, I mean, how do you argue with the guy?
My mom, Ryan says, my mom wants a new truck, but we are into Challengers. How should me and my dad convince her? She needs to remember that it's going to end up being my car in literally like a year.
Wait, let's get this straight. Him and his dad are into Challengers,
Right.
but mom is into trucks.
Yeah,
Is
she
that
wants a new
right?
truck.
Oh, jeez.
She begged you, let her have a new truck.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go what Uncle Kathy says there. Let your mom get her way, and then she'll figure out some way to help you get that Challenger that you want. Got to make her happy first. Got to make mom happy first.
What kind of truck is it?
Need Metal says,
She
what's
didn't
going
say.
on with Kiwi's motor?
It's just sitting there. Kathy and I were just talking about that the other day. Kiwi and I were both hot on getting this thing done because we were trying to make that date for the Mo party, but that never happened. So now I'm catching up on all the stuff that I needed to do. He's catching up on all the stuff that he needed to do, and we will get together again on that car soon enough. You remember we have the whole winter ahead of us of really nothing but like being locked in the shop with the heat on. So all that shit will get done.
Tony, we're going to do more podcasts?
This is a podcast. What we're doing right now is a podcast.
Kind of, not really.
Not
Because we have
really.
topics on the podcast.
That's true.
We don't have
But-
topics on the lots.
But we tried that on Wednesday. Wednesday we went live with that. Did you see that, Buff? Yeah, you were
That
on that.
was good, though.
Yeah, John.
I
you saw
was,
that.
We
I
had a topic.
said something on it. I don't know what I was doing. I just turned on the laptop and geez, there you were. You were 2 minutes into it. So I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about it. I just found it by mistake.
Neither did we.
You found yourself by mistake.
No, I mean, we there was no plan to do that. It just poof,
But
popped
that
up
was a
and
great topic because
it was fun.
it's just like what I learned is every car ever made is a good car. So it's like everybody liked everything.
All right,
Russ-
Jeremy has a good question.
All right, Jeremy.
How do you make your cars pass emissions?
I don't.
Yeah.
They don't need it here.
Yeah,
Be in the right state or the right city in the wrong state.
yeah. My cars are all the newest car that I own is 41 years old now.
The caravan has to do it.
Oh, you're right. The caravan has to do it.
That's the only
Really?
one else.
What are you in
Because
Nashville?
the 78. But it goes right through.
And the record's an 80.
Yeah, mine.
That's right. But they go right through.
Where I am, they don't check anything. Clarksville, they don't check
No,
anything.
they don't in
Yeah.
Virginia either. Not yet.
So they check down here
Down here,
with the newer cars.
Rutherford County.
When they start in Virginia, I will cheat that thing like nothing you've
Yeah.
ever seen. I will just drop another engine in made to pass it.
Oh,
Get
man.
it over with in one day.
Move to Clarksville, Montgomery County.
Give him your address to register his car.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah, register at my address.
What, babe? Yeah.
You live at my place sometimes, don't you? Register at my address.
I mean, you know what? I think I'm going to cheat the system. I'm going to figure out how to do it.
Uncle Kathy, help us.
Help you?
Help us.
Tony, we demand more of your artwork.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done the art in a while, to tell you the truth. My granddaughter's been doing art. Do we have any of her art?
She hung it all up in the room.
Yeah, my granddaughter's been doing
On
art.
the wall.
And I honestly, she's 5. She does a good job for what it is, but I know I could do better. So we may have a little competition between me and her.
Who did the dog that's right over there?
I did that.
You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
It was cool.
See how lifelike the spoon is? Well, they can't see that.
They can't see it. We'll have to turn it so they can see it maybe.
We'll lose the connection.
You'll lose the
Like we did
connection,
last time,
so
yeah.
maybe
Jet-
we can-
Jedi Master wants to know the last time you were on a roller coaster.
I don't do roller coasters.
I didn't figure.
I quit doing them when they were hanging below the track and going stupid fast, like this far from water and things.
I do.
I like the old ones, the ones that do loops and they're kind of rough. And
Well, when I was a kid, I rode the Cyclone constantly. Anytime I can get to Brooklyn, I ride the Cyclone. But I grew out of that. Like I was like maybe like 20, and I was done with any type of rides.
We were
Yeah,
died
yeah.
on that ride in Seaside.
for those of you in California, I used to go to Magic Mountain. They have a big wooden one there. I think that's Colossus. And I got on that thing and got almost to the top and it stopped. So I'm sitting there for a while and a guy's climbing up like a maintenance guy climbing up the
To save you.
side of it, and he's doing something, and then he went back down and then waited some more time and it started going again. And that was kind of the end of it. I didn't go anymore.
So I've heard that prisoners, since they can't get drugs, they'll spray a piece of paper with Raid and roll it up and smoke it. And I think that's what Skipper did right before this live. Because all his questions are just.
Anthony Simpson says, is there a lighter torsion bar available for V-Box?
Oh, lighter than what? There's the regular 6-cylinder bar. There's like 6 different bar diameters that are factory available from the B-bodies.
Can you turn a torsion bar down on a lathe?
No, you can't touch a torsion bar.
Because it's too hard.
You just can't touch a torsion bar. You just
It'll go wonky on
yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really finicky.
I won't use a torsion bar if it's got a gouge in it.
Because
Yeah.
it's stress riser.
They're a spring.
Oh, I understand. It's a spring they never coiled up.
Chris says you should do a front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive conversion on a K-car.
Oh, I've got enough to do.
It would be neat.
It
That
would,
would be
it would
fun.
be great, but I have too much to do.
That would be
So what would the drivetrain be if you're going to do it?
I know a front drive car I've wanted to do that to.
A K car?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you take the K car.
It would have to be a small block. I mean,
Okay, right. So it's a 318.
318 or 340.
Okay, and then
Or a 360. I mean, I got nothing against 360.
would you use a small 7 1/4?
No,
Why?
no, because if I was going to do something like that, the car's got to go.
Okay.
Right? Like I like 7 1/4 for my daily drivers.
Mhm.
You know, our Slinger has a 7 1/4. That GT has a 7 1/4. All my 6-cylinder cars have 7 1/4 because they're light. They don't take any horsepower. They drive down the road really. Take a car that has a 7 1/4, right? And just do nothing else but swap to an 8 3/4, making no other changes, and you can really feel the difference in how much sluggish the car becomes. You know. So, but if I was going to do anything that was like really intended for performance with any sort of V8, no, the 8 1/4, 8 3/4.
I did see a PT Cruiser one time. I came up behind it, and I could see the rear end under it. You know, I could see the
I've seen PT.
axle under it.
I've seen PT Cruiser swaps also. Or maybe we saw the same one.
Oh, this one's in Arizona, so I don't know. Maybe not.
Ryan Fitzpatrick sent you $20 Canadian.
Well, thank you, Ryan. Excuse me.
Wake up, Timmy.
I wasn't yawning at you.
Wake up, Timmy.
I'm trying.
Do you yawn at people? No, it just happens, right?
Yeah, no,
Mopar used
I-
to make a conversion kit. They did, and you could get a Mopar performance for like the Daytona and Laser.
It was
right
for the
on.
Daytona. Yeah.
Really? A rear drive?
You could get
Yeah.
right out of the catalog.
Cut the floor out and put a tunnel in and everything.
It didn't take much.
You'd be surprised. It actually loaded itself pretty good to it.
Kerry Worthington says, hi from the UK.
Hey.
Ever tried welding a crack in a cylinder bore above the level of the rings? Engine still in,
No.
yeah?
Don't.
no?
Yeah.
Put
Don't.
a
Okay.
sleeve in it.
Yeah.
or,
Put a sleeve in it.
or find a
230
block.
6.2 diesel. I know you shouldn't, but
Yeah. The only way I would see doing that would be to actually cut through the deck, weld from the bottom, fill the deck, and then have it. But by the time you're done doing all of that, just find another block.
Yeah, find a
I have a
block.
big block Dart Swinger. Should I upgrade the torsion bar? Well, what do you consider an upgrade?
What do you
Because-
consider an upgrade?
Yeah, because a big block Dart, a lot of people want to use slant 6 bars, and those transfer weight at the drag strips. What are you doing with the car?
let's see. Greg says, Uncle Tony, ask John and Buff what they think is the coolest car.
Oh, here we go with the coolest car.
I'm
Good.
gonna sit down for a minute.
There
while
are
you guys
so many
go amongst
cool
yourselves.
cars.
It's a 69 Super V A12 car in Hemi Orange. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, I like that.
There you
I
go.
like that.
They wanted an answer and I gave it.
I like so many cars.
You like too many cars.
I do too.
Oh,
but they
yeah,
wanted
and
an
then
answer.
when one comes up, if I get the money, I'll buy it.
Okay, but what's
By the way, I'm going back to work. I'm gonna miss some times here.
oh, when are you going back to work?
Probably about December 8th, something like that.
Okay.
I'll be in Maryland for, it's temporary. They said 1 to 3 months, resurrecting some airplanes.
Okay.
Doing inspection.
So Russell Finch is asking me what's in my 727 that I don't run. What he probably means is my 999, and it's not as exotic as you think. It does have steel planets. It does have an extra clutch in both. It's manual valve body, nothing too awfully exotic, but we're going to cover some of that stuff building the 904 for Plan Z. Not doing the same kind of build, but
Are
you'll
you gonna
see.
video that?
Yeah, he's gonna make a whole.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. And I'll be on here when I'm gone, but I just
Okay.
won't be here.
That's all right. You do what you got to do, and
But as
when you
soon as
come
I-
back, we'll keep the torch going for you.
As
brother.
soon as I come back.
You're gonna come back with hot Catherine on one arm and some Maryland babe that you pick up there too.
No women in my life. I have
You'll be wearing
friends.
like a Tarzan fucking, yeah. God bless you, Uncle Kathy,
Thank you.
and all those like you.
Is it
Chris
crazy?
Rainway says found a 72 Montego, but it has rust issues. Since they have individual body parts, is it best to walk away?
You have to, depends on the car.
Jan, what are you doing? 72 Montego's a big, heavy thing.
It's
It's like a
big
Torino.
car.
It's like the last Torinos. They're huge.
It's a T-bird. Montego's like a T-bird.
Oh, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a 72 Torino wagon, which was a mid-sized car then, and I put it on the scales and it was 3 pounds under 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, they were crazy.
$49.97, and that's a
Crazy
mid-sized car in the 70s.
Crazy heavy.
Yeah, I don't know if I would mess with that car, to tell you the truth.
What's up, Rodney?
Road hugging weight.
Yes, Skipper. Which chemical under your sink did you inhale before getting on here tonight?
What question did he ask?
Everything he
said
asked
God
was
bless
bizarre.
Uncle Right, brother.
That's the most normal thing he's asked all night.
Oh, I sneezed.
Let's see here. Now you're starting to see some. John, do you mess with 7.62 by 39 Navy and AR? No. American ammo, American guns, commie ammo, and commie guns. I do have an AK, and I do like the 7.62 by 39. I think it's probably the best battle cartridge ever made.
I like that round.
It's a great round.
What's up, Lazy A-Hole Ranch?
Tell you something I want is there's a Mini 14, a Mini 30
Mm-hmm.
that uses that round. That's
What's up, Anthony Muro?
Sounds like a jam master to me.
really?
Yeah.
Because I used to have a Mini 14. That thing never
Is
changed.
Buff running away? Old Crony's Garage wants to know. You running away, Buff?
Not running away. I'm going to go do some work, pay my car off, and put some cash in the bank. And then
Cool.
I'll come back here and I'll be much more comfortable.
Nice.
Is that John? Yeah, that's John. That's John Wilburn.
John Wilburn. Here,
The John
live.
Wilburn.
Let's see. Mark Shaw says, I found a 67 Camaro rotting next to a rundown house. Looks like it hasn't moved in 30 years. All grown over with weeds. It's $500 an insult.
Say that again now?
Yeah.
What kind
I
of car?
found a 67 Camaro
67 Camaro.
rotting next to a rundown house.
Okay.
Looks like it hasn't moved in 30 years. All grown over with weeds. It's $500 an insult.
There probably isn't much left of that car.
So if you go
Depends
up,
on where it is and what kind of weeds and how wet it is.
this is what'll happen. You're going to ask them about it, and they're going to act like they have plans to do something with it next month, and they don't.
Yeah.
They're trying to make you go away while the car rots into oblivion.
Which it probably already has rotted into oblivion. There's a possibility that all that's left is, just, I don't know.
Although, if there's a firewall and a VIN,
but it's not a rare car. It's just a 67 Camaro. It's not like it's a Z28 or, you know what I mean? He's not, at least he's not specifying that. To just clone a 67 Camaro isn't really.
Oh, nice car.
David Humphrey, no, you can put a 360 crank in a 340, but there's not any real reason to do that because the cost of machine work to turn the mains down to fit would be more than it would cost to do a stroker crank. Vince W., a fair number.
You end up with a 358 when you pop a 360 crank.
No, you wind up with a 371.
What is it?
367. It's 367.
367.
Yeah, because the 340 has a bigger bore than 360. So when you put the 360 crank in the 340, you get 7 more.
It's only 40 over.
How much bigger are the
Yeah, but
turbos?
that's
367, you're right.
You're going from a 2.81 main to a 2.5, I believe.
Ian says, Tony, if you weren't a Mopar guy, what would be your next choice?
If I wasn't a Mopar guy, what would be my next choice?
Saab.
I got a friend that's a Saab guy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's a really tough question.
Actually, I have two friends that are Saab guys. One of them worked at Saab as a designer for 2 years. Pretty cool.
I would say probably Buick. I think I would be a Buick guy.
I'm a closet Volkswagen guy. I like air-cooled Volkswagens.
You know, I didn't like them way back, but I've learned to have an appreciation for them.
They are
Really like them.
King Nothing says 400 or 440. I have 2 engines.
What's he asking?
400 or 440. Which one?
both.
Yeah, both.
Oh, which one should you build?
What are you doing with it?
Probably the 400.
Seriously, what are you doing with it? Yeah, 400 is almost never the wrong answer.
The quickest and fastest stock. And when I say stock, I mean stock intake, stock cam, stock exhaust manifolds, stock exhaust. Quickest and fastest stock Mopar I ever owned was a 72 Roadrunner, 400 4-speed, 355 gear. This thing ran high 1280s, out of the box, thermoquad carburetor. It was an absolute beast. It was quicker and faster than any other stock Mopar I ever owned.
What's the difference in weight between a 400 and a 440?
Well, about
Hardly
20
any.
pounds.
Is that all?
I think people don't think about the 400 right. They think about the 400 as a small big block. What they should think about, take a 340 because it's almost the same stroke, and then make the bore even way more
Way bigger.
massive
Right.
and bigger bore centers and the ability for that thing to really. Just imagine making the most beastly small block you possibly could. That's what a 400 is.
Well, it's a 300 over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, think about 400 as a
Exactly.
300 over 340.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's how you should think about it.
A 400 is not an RB, is it?
No, it's a B model.
It's a B. That's what I thought. So it ought to be lighter than that, I would think, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Barely any.
Out of all the big block
Really?
Mopars, the one that has the most potential is that 400.
The 400 is a happy
Just
combination.
happy motor.
Yeah.
And silence.
Ooh.
Guys.
But we were just talking, and we need to reflect on our conversation.
Reflect.
Yeah.
Reflect.
We were all thinking about cool things to do with the 400s.
Yeah.
I think the 400 Mopar is the closest that we have to the 351 Cleveland as far as a potential engine of that size.
No, the Cleveland is
The
so
Cleveland
much
is
better
awesome.
with the cylinder.
It
head
is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
love
you're
the
kind
Cleveland.
of stuck with the cubic inches. I guess they make stroker cranks.
Yeah, but the cubes aren't where the power comes from.
Cube, exactly.
The
It's
bore
geometry.
of the 400 is the awesome part.
Your favorite troll, he said the mistake you made with Bottle Rocket was you should have had more cubic inches, like use a 340. And I'm like, what, 22 cubic inches?
Well, ask him this.
I don't talk to the guy.
How many cubic inches are in a locomotive, and how fast are they?
No, I don't talk to this clown. Oh, it just surprised me. He said
Well,
something
remember,
like
it
that.
was the choice. It was a viewer's choice
Right.
between the 383 and the 318, and the
2 to 1.
318 won on the 2-to-1 margin. So that's why we did a 318, which I have no regrets over because it
Yeah.
was the first 318 I ever screwed around with. I was just out screwing around with the car today. We were trying to get some short times on it, and like I was telling John before, recapping all this. We hooked up the G-Tech and we brought it out in front of the shop and we were trying to get some short times on it. Just 60 footers and then 330s, right? And it's got zero traction. I mean, nothing. We tried all sorts of things. So that drag radial does not work on asphalt for us. We are going to try. We're going to do a shootout. We're going to try it. We're going to buy a gallon of stripper glitter, and we're going to do the Dr. Pepper starting line and see which one works the best. But what I found today was that those Mickey Thompson Pro Drag radials on a plain asphalt surface are absolutely hopeless. The car has the same exact traction with the Mickey Thompson drag radials as it does with just the stock regular, street radial hard tires.
Pat Sheedy is watching from Cork, Ireland. Very interesting.
Oh, they're top of the morning to you. Is that what they say?
Cork, Ireland. I know where it is, but never been.
May the road rise to meet you.
Never been there.
Bottle Rockets 318 sounds like a big
That's your
block.
best Irish accent, Tony?
What was that
That's
about?
my only Irish accent.
Who's 318 sounds like a big one?
This guy, Bullnose Garage, is talking about the Bottle Rocket 318 sounds
Oh.
like a 440. I remember somebody walking up to you and telling you that at the track over Buffalo Valley. So he's gotten that before.
I love that motor. I seriously love that motor. That cat.
What?
You were in
right.
the car before.
I never read
How does that thing run?
that. Read it.
No, it runs great.
I was in the back seat. He jumped on it, just going across some pavement.
No, the
Yeah.
car's strong.
Oh my God. I didn't expect that.
Unfortunately, the numbers so far do not match the car's actual performance, but that's just a matter of honing and working out bugs.
Oh, yeah.
Like for instance, I found a bug today, which I never tried to do a water burnout with the car. It was never really necessary. So today I figured, well, since I'm getting no traction, let's do a water burnout. So I go to do a water burnout, and I found that the clutch pedal, the way the clutch pedal is situated, if I try to hop off the clutch and I get on the brake, my foot gets caught and wedged between the two. So it's like little things like that you got to work through. So now tomorrow I'm going to take the clutch pedal out, bend it so that it moves over about an inch, and then I'm going to change the geometry on the push rod so that the two pedals are level with each other. And when I come off the one, I'll be able to jump right on the brake and do a stationary burnout.
What's up, Mopar Dan?
Well, pardon.
Mopar Dan.
You ever gonna do a Roadrunner video? We were talking about that yesterday.
Absolutely. Where the white 73 Roadrunner that's out front, we're gonna in the spring, not now. It's gonna in spring or possibly summer. We're gonna do a whole series called Roadrunner Revival. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that car and we're gonna go through it bumper to bumper and bring everything up to snuff and speed so that it's roadworthy. The car's it's roadworthy.
I know the blue one he's talking about.
I have to move the white one before I can get the blue one out. But yeah, we'll do something with that. There's really nothing to do with the car. Like the car is just complete and done. And if I put a battery in it, put fuel in it, turn the key, and it goes. And it's like there's really not much of a story there.
No?
I mean, driving around with it, what else can we do?
How long has it been like that?
In the garage there?
Oh, with that engine.
At least 3-4 years.
Okay, so it's a 4-year-old build.
10-year-old build.
Okay, 10-year-old.
10-year-old build. But that motor has been in there for about 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Ian wants to know your opinion on block filler for a drag engine.
It just depends. If you're doing it to strengthen the main line of the block, don't do it. You're only making it more rigid. If you're doing it because you're cracking cylinder walls or anything like that, then yeah, it's not a bad thing. But I would try to avoid it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. We seem to have slipped out of gear.
Do you know Stanley Meyer's water Volkswagen bug?
I do not. Do you? No. None of us know. It's a mystery.
Mystery?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people on tonight. Is there news going on? Where we compete?
No, we're early. They'll pop on in about 35 minutes. The place will
Yeah.
fill up.
218 people.
Thanks, Fubar.
There's still 218? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not too bad.
218 of the finest people on earth.
Go check out John Wilburn's channel. Fubar
Yeah,
Purple
thanks,
Lake.
Fubar.
Yeah, usually we see you on here, but now we see you on here.
Yeah.
So Bullnose Garage wants to know how's the dart going, Big John?
So I've had a whole lot of stuff to do in October and I didn't get done before I put the car in the garage. So I'm working on getting it in the garage and I'm gonna pick up where I left off. So I'm gonna get the front subframe painted and then assemble with new brake lines and put the front end back in it and all that stuff so it steers and stops really nice. And then I'll go work inside redoing the roll bar and such.
You're gonna let us know when you do videos on it so we can post it on the community channel.
Yeah.
On the community page.
You can do that.
You know, Buff can illustrate a lot of things.
I can illustrate.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
actually draw, like, you know, if you need like,
Yes.
illustrations of various concepts,
That's what I'm
Buff
gonna
can
do.
actually do that for you. And, you know, you can add it, right?
What makes you think I can do that?
I know you can do that.
He's
I have faith in
talented.
you, brother.
He's talented.
I have
I
faith
draw
in
in
you.
CAD, but it's
Diane
very
English
mechanical.
Says, what's
I
the
can draw a
most
cat too.
CFMs you can get out of a Holly one barrel?
Say that again now?
What's the most CFMs you can get out of a Holly one barrel?
In the 1920, Jesus, I don't know, but I mean, I imagine you could probably, what is a CFM? It's a 285 CFM, 285 CFM, that carburetor. If you do the usual tricks, texture the bores, you know, around the Venturi, give that a texture, flute the bottom end of it, remove the choke horn and mill all of that. I mean, you probably see a 20%, a 15 to 20% increase in CFM.
And what did you say the CFM was, you think?
285 CFM, I believe.
Thank you,
it is.
George.
Wow.
That's the Holly 1920.
Ryan Fitzpatrick sent $5 Canadian.
Thank you.
Says, slant 6 for gear Dodge van, need to raise 2 inches.
Huh?
I couldn't figure
Wait
that
a minute,
either.
what's what? I don't understand the question.
Slant 6
For gear,
from gear,
4 gear.
4-speed.
Okay.
4 gear.
Chris, I have no idea, but
Dodge van
Dodge van.
needs to raise 2 inches.
To raise 2 inches.
Well, it's a coil spring.
Well, what van? Which
Yeah.
Dodge van?
I couldn't answer that question for you,
yeah.
even for $5 Canadian.
He says, you taught me so much about working out the slant 6.
Well, thank you. We're back on. Listen, all week we didn't make any videos. All week this week, I've been working on a Plan Z Dart. So tomorrow we'll do a video and bring you up to speed on that car and the Gambler 500 car, because we've done a lot of work on that thing too. And we'll bring you up on what we've done with Bottle Rocket. So yeah, tomorrow video all of that stuff tomorrow. And Buff, Del Campo.
And both South Tampa?
Buff, yeah.
What's Ann Buff Del Campo?
I just like to throw you into anything that you know, like if I pump something up, or if I preview it, or I talk it up, or anything like that. I like to throw you in there too, as like the cherry on the top. You know what I'm saying?
Ann Buff Del Campo.
And Buff Del Campo. And Hot Catherine.
Hot Catherine.
Yes.
That's a good picture of her, isn't it?
She's a hottie.
What's on Tony's arm?
What's on Tony's arm? Over
Finger
here,
hands.
This paint?
Oh, I have
Oh,
yeah,
you got
I
on
have
that
paint
side.
on me. The Plan Z Dart. I painted the whole interior of the car.
Yeah,
How does
that's paint.
Buff keep his hands so clean?
Man, I washed and washed them today because I was painting and I had gray paint everywhere.
Oh, so you're better than me because you were able to
Nah.
get your paint off, and yet
No,
I
mine
am
was-
splattered with
Mine was a
white Rust-Oleum.
water-based paint, so yeah, it was easier to get off.
I got it all over.
Who's the guy on the left?
That-
On the
That's
left.
Supermod John Wilburn.
Yeah, we're reversed.
Stephen Koch says, could you please do a video on correctly setting the torque flight kickdown?
You did one on that, I think.
I did that.
Yeah.
It was like the second video we ever did.
Yeah,
Go,
check that out.
yeah, go back to the very first or second or third video that we ever did, and it'll be in there. It's a short video. It's like a 1-minute video, and I shot it in the rain.
Caleb says, my dad just got a 75 C10 350 small block Chevy Edelbrock Performer and Howie Demon 625 CFM electric choke. Should we block off the heat crossover? It's gonna be a daily.
I always block off the heat
Yeah.
crossover.
There is no reason to keep those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't depend on what weather you're in.
Mopar Dance at 1999. My down payment for UTG Buff Wilburn t-shirt.
There are just some
Thanks,
things.
Mopar Dan.
EGR valves, catalytic converters, legal paper, padded toilet seats, heat crossovers. None of that should ever have been invented.
I'm kind of with you on that. I'm with you on that. No, yeah, I don't even care about the weather. It'll eventually, the heat will radiate, so it takes an extra 2 minutes for the car to warm up. Who really cares?
Really,
I used
seriously.
to sit there and just like this with the gas pedal,
Yeah.
with using the pumps, the
but here's-
accelerator pumps, and that would keep it going for a minute.
Here's the main detriment to a heat crossover in today's world, right? Yeah, it takes a little bit longer to warm up, but when you're running that thing in hot weather, especially like in traffic,
It's terrible.
that extra 20 degrees or 30 degrees that the intake manifold is got, right? That's the boiling point of the fuel. So
Right.
you're far more likely to vapor lock and have all sorts of drivability issues, warmed up with that heat crossover intact than if you block it off and just deal with a little bit longer period of time it takes to warm up.
I don't
This was
understand.
long before the emissions requirements. They were doing that. The first V8s, maybe before that on the 6-cylinders. Yeah, they were, because the carburetor was right over top of the exhaust manifold. Yeah, I don't understand.
Can you read it?
$5.
You need me.
$5
Yeah, I can read it from
Canadian.
I need you, baby. I need you.
Dorado sent $3.82.
Thank you.
Here's $5 Canadian towards the Wilburn Buff shirt.
That's $5 Canadian.
Thank
Okay,
you.
he did the math.
Thanks,
You've done
Bulldoze Garage. Greg Hamilton has a question.
Greg,
Ford truck with 4.9 heat riser leaks where the shaft hose
yeah,
through the manifold, goes through the
yeah.
manifold. Can it be removed and the holes plugged? Will it hurt or help?
Yeah, take that out and just weld it. I mean, it's not a structural weld, just a MIG or a flux core, anything like that. Just fill that hole with weld. It's fine.
Is he talking about that hole that Ford put all the way through the side of the head that went across the exhaust ports?
No, it's not in the exhaust manifold
Oh, okay.
where the flapper door is.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. I just plug them.
Yeah.
I just put pipe plugs in.
Samuel says, I've got a 1979 Ford Falcon with a 351 Cleveland. It started spitting some stuff out of the exhaust that looks like hair from a wig.
Nice,
What is this stuff?
nice. It's mystery stuff, is what it is.
What year Falcon?
Doesn't matter what year it is. It's spitting hair out of the exhaust.
Yeah,
I
right.
just don't remember a Falcon that late. Maybe it's Australia. Is that somebody in Australia where they have Falcons that late? Yeah.
Is that Hot Catherine?
Somewhere, Hot Catherine sends love to you all. Kisses to Bud. Uh-oh.
Louis Fugazi says, I need to know how well Bottle Rocket's fuel lines are working. Any issues running them?
Zero. The lines work perfectly on.
He's saying, yeah, Aussie Ford Falcon GT.
Oh, okay.
Spitting hair out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
Why would it? I've seen that somewhere. Where it was like, it was like long strings of fine
Russell
hair.
Finch is
I
saying
don't
probably
remember what
glass
it
from
was.
the glass box.
Well, that's a
Oh.
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't even think of that. Do you have glass back mufflers on that?
It
That could
says
be
that's either a glass pack muffler or a wombat.
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 Well, that would have been my choice, but the glass pack muffler is definitely a possibility.
Jeremy Hatterfield says, I have another question about emission systems. Can I replace the lean burn computer with a regular HEI ignition computer without swapping the distributor? Money is tight.
The lean burn distributor is fixed.
Wow.
You have to change the distributor.
Yeah, but why? I mean,
Meaning it's fixed, meaning it has no centrifugal advanced weights in it. It's just one to one. Now, if you're building a race engine and you wanted just a no-nonsense distributor that you're just going to plug in at like 32, 34,
Use it.
yeah, use that one. That's the lean burn is the best distributor you could possibly use. But no, you need something. If you're going to undo the lean burn, you're going to need something that has centrifugal and mostly centrifugal, but good to go with vacuum advance also.
Robbie Durham says it'd be nice if you brought Bottle Rocket to Somerset on cruise night. I bet you have a lot of fans. They cruise 27 on Saturday night. I think the third weekend of each month.
Where is Somerset?
I'm not sure.
We'll be racing that car at I don't know the exact date, but it's in March. Down here in Alabama with the Ratty Muscle Car guys. They do an event called Mopars versus.
We're buffering.
We're buffering?
Okay. Let's see. Hey, there's John. Yeah, that's John Wilburn.
That is John Wilburn, the John Wilburn. I imported him here just for you.
Unstable stream. Yeah, I don't know where we're buffering. Dripping Glass says, I'm building a GTX out of a 68 Satellite. How do you feel about doing that?
Oh, I'm fine with that. If for myself, if I needed to have a 68 GTX, that's exactly what I would do. I would clone the damn thing because I'm not a caretaker type of person. So I feel that original cars should be in the hands of people who will treat them the right way and give them the respect due, the historic heritage. Where me, myself, I'm a fucking butcher. So I just want something I can hammer together and go. So but I would do an accurate clone. I would make sure that the car had exactly everything that a GTX would have.
And then you could drive it, not feel bad.
I could drive it. I could leave it out in the rain. I could throw the keys to my friends and here, take this thing for a ride and not think about it. Because that's how I like to have cars. So for me, myself, if I had a choice between the real thing and a clone, there's not even a question in my mind. I would automatically take the clone. But that's
because you don't have to be a caretaker.
I don't have to be a caretaker.
See, that's for me. Like, I would not want an original Hemi Dart. I would want a clone that I could go out and have fun with.
Exactly.
And then when you break the Hemi, you've ruined the whole thing.
The clone
And the
is
way you
fantastic.
do it, it doesn't matter.
You'd have so much more fun with a clone.
I have too much respect for original cars to ever have one end up in my hands.
Yeah, and you can't drive it.
Let's see. John wants to know, has John attempted to steal the Barracuda painting?
He probably will before the night's over. I know that as soon as this is done, I'm going to snooze off. And Uncle Kathy's about ready to die, so I'm sure some between then and I imagine you're going to crash on my couch tonight.
Thought about it.
I got an hour and a half drive.
You can crash on the couch,
I
but not
feel- I
with him.
feel fine.
'Cause
I
We're
don't-
not
I don't want-
going to have any of that stuff going on here, guys.
Russell says, Sean, please encourage Tony to do another marathon. They are so funny.
Oh God.
Well, that was
Not
the
today.
night of the
They're
crud.
not funny. Russ.
I'll do another one. I like doing stuff like that.
As you're yawning.
Yes, I'm
this
yawning,
one,
yeah.
But this isn't even a marathon.
No, I know.
All you people who are on here now, when the people start jumping on at 7, thinking it's just starting, you got to make them think they're crazy and that their clock's all wrong.
Their clock-
Yeah.
Well, your clock's
Think
stopped.
their clock's wrong.
What time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock.
It's 1:45.
So I've been going for 14 hours. Nonstop. I have not stopped moving since 5 o'clock this morning.
What's up, Scott? Let's see. Typical says, cool. I have a couple of V codes and one daily driver. I even have the 150 mile per hour speed up.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if I was going to clone one, man, I would make it as true to the original as possible, so that it would be aside from the numbers, it would be indistinguishable from an original. So, but yeah, just have fun, man. Just have fun.
Wayne says, I removed the heavy spring out of my 360 Dizzy. Could that cause advanced fluctuations at around and just over idle?
No,
Cause
No.
advanced come in quicker.
it means that the bushing is shot in your distributor is what it is.
Okay, you guys can't hear me? Okay. Let's see. John, how far are you from home?
About 400 miles. Pretty close.
Oh, it's not bad.
Do you like the rally dash or the full sweep gauge?
In which?
Well, it doesn't ask. It just asks which
Oh.
do you like.
Okay, but A body or B body? Because in a B body, I absolutely prefer the full sweep instead of the
too.
rally, like the Charger style. But in an A body, I love the rally dash and A bodies.
I like the old
Cooking
man dash.
channel
Yeah, right.
starting. Oh, we gotta do the cooking channel, Tony.
We do, and we have the
And the
dogs eating
cookbook.
cheese channel too. That I
I'm
want
not gonna get to the dogs eating cheese channel. Not gonna happen.
We could do buff eating cheese.
You know,
You want
that would be really weird. We're not doing that.
I think that would go viral.
The buff
know,
cutting cheese.
Every day, every week, we
Eat a
do a
bowl
different
of
video.
cheese.
Just eat different cheese every week. Buff eating cheese. I like this. I like this idea. We're gonna work on that. What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Ugh.
We'll start you off with the easy ones.
Do you,
Velveeta.
Ugh.
Oh, that's awful, isn't it?
do you
No,
know
I
how
don't
weird
like
the
that.
people
Oh.
would be that sends in super chat on a cheese eating channel?
What do you think of the crossfire?
Limburger.
Crossfire.
Not my cup of tea.
The first crossfire I ever saw was being backed into by the second Durango I ever saw.
I think I've only ever seen them on the back of rollbacks.
What, crossfires?
Yeah.
See, I kind of like those. I had a friend with one. It ran. He got that thing going.
Tony, your brother just tuned in. He wants to know what's free tonight.
Oh, James, everything is free for you, my brother. You're my brother. What do you want?
Carmel ASMR says, do you like Italian old cars? Greetings from Italy.
Like what kind of cars?
Italian.
Vintage Italian cars.
Vintage Italian cars?
Like let's say 50s vintage, like Alphas and stuff like that.
I don't know.
We went to that show, and there was some things that you liked. I remember.
Yeah, I tell you the truth, I dig Brit cars a lot more. There's something, you know, Jaguars and Minis. You know, that's my choice for vintage foreign cars.
Multiply. You know what that is? Multiply. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an Italian car from back then.
Okay.
It's a little thing with, geez. Did you open the front to get in that? No, that's the I said it.
I don't know
It's
what you're
got
talking
little door.
about.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
short van-like thing that's, you and I could probably pick it up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
He says I actually have a multipla.
Well, there you
Really?
go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
The Peel, the car called the Peel, had a
Duh.
handle on the back that you could use to turn the car around from the factory.
Really?
It did. It was three-wheeled and had a handle on the back of the rear wheel to
Nice.
pick up to turn it around.
You know what a King Midget is? I used to pick up the front of the King Midget and swing it around.
I had a 63 Beetle and I didn't like the way it was parked. I picked up the front bumper and I moved it over.
Oh, this guy's got a multiply. That's pretty cool.
Low nitro Topolino. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
All,
Topolino. Now that's a nice car.
both people in the world that know what a multiply is are watching this.
Man.
You know, the Topolino is funny, right? Because it makes the perfect race car, right? It's just like, but when you see them in their natural state, they're weird.
They're just a little car that gets you
Well, like
around.
the Bantam is the same way. You know, like the Austin Bantam.
Yeah.
Oh, the perfect fucking
Yeah, yeah.
fuel altered body. It's like,
Yeah,
you know, my
exactly.
favorite, right? But when you see it as the actual car that it came from,
Right.
it's like, whoa, where did that come from?
Can you get a question?
Oh, okay.
All right, Toby Smith.
Yes, Toby.
89 D100 318 TBI cold rough idle. Warm runs great. Any ideas? Retail's great. Thanks. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Probably coolant. I mean, you look at the coolant temp sensor. That's probably because it's not going fat. It's not richening up the mixture when the engine is cold. So you're probably getting a rough idle from that. If it warms up and gets smooth, that's probably it. Uncle Kathy, where'd you go?
I had to sit down for a second.
All right. You all right?
You need me? Yeah.
Yes, I
You on my
need you.
seat?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
They'd probably rather look at you than me.
No. You guys do what you do.
Yeah, this is you're not going to be around for too much longer.
No, it'll be like another week or
Yeah.
maybe
So
2 weeks.
get your. There's a lot of Buffed Up Camp Up fans out there that are not going to know what to do.
Well, I'll be kind of like John Wilbur and I'll be on there.
We'll make a picture. Cat,
Yeah.
can you draw a picture of Buff?
I'll put a picture of me.
Yeah, we can have it. Yeah.